Armstrong World Industries was going to lose a vital supplier of mineral wool, so they decided to build their own plant, which spun molten stone or slag into fibers or mineral wool. Now, since this wasn't their normal process and they weren't so familiar, they hired many outside contractors and consultants to help them build the plant. Now, the plant started up behind schedule, way over budget, and was performing so poorly that some team members were removed. And they couldn't keep up with the demand for mineral wool from all of their ceiling tile plants around the North American network. Now, I was asked or assigned to help the plant achieve their budget performance. Before I said yes, I took a visit to the plant to understand what I would be dealing with and how I might be able to help. I spent the week meeting the people, learning about the process, and seeing what they had been given. And it wasn't good. How did we get here? Well, I couldn't really go back, so we had to figure out how to move forward. We decided to try to eliminate the biggest safety and productivity problem facing the plant, which was molten slag had to be dropped into a pit before being scooped up and placed into bins to be spun into fibers. Now, if any moisture contacted the slag as it was this hot, it created huge problems or mini explosions because the slag was so hot when it hit the water. But this was happening within the building. Now, the pit was exposed to outside elements, so you really couldn't avoid moisture. So scooping the material up was a second major safety and productivity problem because there was a front end loader that barely fit between the walls of the pit, which actually supported the plant. And there was evidence of damage to these walls in a plant that was less than 6 months old. Now, I convinced my sponsors that incremental improvement would not be good enough to solve these massive issues. We had to take drastic measures to keep the slag from the pit and put it into the process directly so that it would never contact moisture, and so front-end loaders wouldn't have to come inside the facility and hit walls. So we used a lean tool for creativity called production preparation process, or 3P. This is a very extreme approach to get creativity from team members and basically try to design the waste out of any process. But the plant had never even done one Kaizen before, but we needed to go quickly and redesign this whole system. So we assembled a team to solve the problem. And the problem was deliver the molten slag directly to the process without any outside intervention by equipment or the environment. Again, we had to redesign the plant. And this was trying to be in a week. But the team really stepped up. And by the end of the week, we had 2 viable options that we could put in front of our leadership. Teamwork, engagement, and optimism actually rose significantly for a better future. And the plant was able to solve this and many other problems and is now the benchmark mineral wool plant in the industry. Now, this team was inspiring. They took on an amazing task and slayed their biggest dragon without any formal continuous improvement experience. And although they had never participated in Kaizen before, they now knew that they could solve any problem that came their way if given the chance. I hope you enjoyed this story, gained some insight, and learned something you can use. You'll find many more Kaizen stories on my website, www.pi-partners.com. If you'd like help growing your profits through sustained process improvement, scan the QR code on the screen for a free consultation, and let's start our journey together.